Assalamu alaikum dear students, hope you are doing well. Today is our lecture number 2 about civics and community engagement subject. Today we will discuss about the concepts of civic citizenship and civic engagement. In the previous lecture I have taught you about the introduction of the civic citizenship and civic engagement, historical evaluation of the civic participation, as well as the relationship between democracy, as well as the relationship of democracy and the effects of citizenship. Today we will discuss about the concepts of civic citizenship and civic engagement. Firstly, we will discuss about the civics. Basically, civics is the study of the rights and duties of citizens and the functioning of government and political system. It means how the people engage with their rights and duties under the government structure, how the policies are made within a country about any government. People perform many tasks according to the government structure. These are included in the civics. In the civics, we will also discuss the legal framework about governed society and the importance of civic engagement and responsibility. Basically, civics covers some specific topics. First one is government structure. Structure means a layout or a format. Government structure means different branches of government. For example, legislative branch, judiciary branch, and executive branch. So different branches have a different task. So these branches are accounted in the government structure. Second point is rights and responsibilities. Rights and responsibilities are vary from person to person. Different person have their different rights and different responsibilities. So basically, rights are the as a citizens, when we talk about the rights and responsibilities, our rights including freedom of speech and the right to vote, and responsibilities involve civic duties like paying taxes and serving on juries. Third point is political processes. Political processes means how elections work to make some government, how government perform their task within a country, how the people perform their duties according to the government structure. These are involved in the political processes, because political processes have a different political parties. For example, in Pakistan we have a different political parties. Some person supports PTI, some person supports People's Party, or some supports PMLN. So different political parties have a different political structures according to country. Fourth point is historical context. Historical context mean history of government and political movements, foundational documents like the constitution and the key legal assets that have shaped rights and laws. Fifth point is local, state and national governance. In this point, we can understand how government operates at different levels and the relationship between them. So overall, civics performed informed and engaged citizens according to their rights as well as their duties. Next concept is citizenship. Citizenship basically is a legal status that grants individual with certain rights and obligations within a specific political community, usually a nation-state system. But when we talk about Pakistan country, we have a legal status. Our legal status is national identity, that shows our legal status is CNIC, that shows our national identity. You are the student of the USP, then your legal status will be your student card. You are eligible to sit in the examination hall of the USP, then your identity will be your admit card. So these are the legal these points refers to the legal status. Citizenship involves some points. First one is rights. Rights means range of right. There are a range of rights. For example, as a citizen you have a right to vote, right to free speech, right to fair trial, and the right to education, right to privacy, right to security. So these are the basic rights, and every person have a different rights according to their nature. Responsibilities. Basically, responsibilities come responsibilities refers to the duties that must be performed of every citizen. Likewise, obey law of lands, pay taxes, and to participate in civic duties. So these are the basic responsibilities. Next point is participation. Participation means citizenship entails being an active participant in democratic processes of a society, which may include voting, running for office, engaging in public debate, and contributing to community or national service. It means as a citizen you must have to participate within your community services and within your country works. Legal recognition. Legal recognition means citizenship is often established by legal means such as birth within a country. So legal recognition refers to the or identify your identity within a specific country. Identity and belonging. Beyond legal definition, citizenship can also involve a sense of belonging to a community, culture, and shared values which contribute to national identity. Now the next topic is civic engagement. Civic engagement refers to the active participation of individuals in their communities and the political processes that affect their lives. It means when the people select a government or choose any government political party, then the government structure and the government policies must be affected on the people life, because people or public are associated with government. Without government, a country cannot do work properly, or without a government, people cannot perform their rights as well as their responsibilities. So these are interrelated with each other. Civic engagement involves some basic key concept. First one is voting. Voting means to select or choose a political party through the representative elections. Next, second point is community service. Community service means to take part for local organization and initiatives for the community needs and development. Advocacy, promote that activities to resolve the causes or issues and make a policy for to resolve these issues and promote social justice. Public discourse means participating in discussions, debates, and forums and societal issues contributing to the democratic processes. So these are the main points that are involved in the civic engagement. Now our second topic is foundations of modern society. Basically, foundations of modern society and the concept of citizenship are deeply interconnected. It means these are associated with each other. Citizenship might also have effect on the modern society, and modern society also affects on the citizenship. So these are interconnected with each other. Now we will discuss some important points that are the foundations of the modern society related to the citizenship. First one is democracy and political participation. Democracy means in the last lecture I have also told you, but now I am also repeating again. Democracy is a system in which people choose some government with the help of the voting system to make some government. But when we talk about the democracy and political participation, it means citizens have a right to vote and participate in governance, influencing laws and policies. Democratic system foster accountability and transparency in government. Second point is rule of law. Rule of law means all the individuals must maintain social order and protects rights. It means all the system must be promote equality among all the citizens within a country. And citizens are not above the law, and the legal protections are crucial for fair treatment. Third point is human rights. Human rights mean the recognition of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights means food, shelter, right to vote, right to education, right to privacy, right to security. These are your fundamental rights. So fundamental rights including life, liberty, and freedom of expression is essential, that are necessary for all the human beings without discrimination, their race, gender, or gender. International frameworks such as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights advocate for these rights. Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a legal document that defines all the legal rights about all the people throughout the whole world, focusing on the promoting equality throughout the whole world without discriminating anyone. Fourth point is social contract. Social contract means the citizens that agree to follow laws in exchange of protection and services from the state establishes mutual obligations. This concept underpins democratic governance and collective responsibility. It means within a society, all the people must have a strong interaction with each other to promote social order, to promote a good environment within a society. So these are included in the social contract. Next point is education and civic knowledge. It means that educated citizens are better occupied to engage in civic life and make informed decisions. For example, when an educated person makes some good decisions in their daily lives, as well as a person who is aware about their education and aware their rights and aware their responsibilities, he or she can make a good decisions regarding to their life. So education and civic knowledge is important between the individuals to promote civic knowledge, to promote their rights and responsibilities within a specific government structure or to move within a society. Economic system. Economic system means various economic structures, capitalism, socialism affect opportunities and social mobility. Citizen economic rights on influence their participation in society and governance. Economic systems effects on the every person life within a country or within a specific area. Some people are belonging to the elite class, or some people belonging to the middle class, or some people belonging to the poor class. So these classes are involved in the economic system that defines your finances, how to move within a society according to your needs, according to your finances. So these are involved in the economic system. Cultural diversity. Cultural means your custom or traditions, and diversity means changes. So in a society, when we are living and communicating with each other, different person have a different culture. For example, in the provinces of Pakistan, province of Punjab have a different culture. Province of Sarhad and Sindh has a different culture. So these are these shows to the cultural diversity according to the cultural diversity within provinces. Citizenship in modern society emphasizes on the rights and responsibilities. Rights and responsibilities means citizens must aware about their rights, like freedom of speech and assembly, while bearing responsibilities like obeying laws and paying taxes. National versus global citizenship. The concept of citizenship has expanded to include global citizenship, recognizing interconnectedness and shared responsibilities. Citizens are urged to engage with global issues such as climate change and human rights. Active citizenship, engagement in civic activities. It means all the citizens must be actively participate in the civic activities like voting, volunteering. Volunteering means to help needy people with the part of any NGO or with the part of any social community to support needy or poor people. So these tasks are included in the volunteering. Strengthening democracy and community ties. Inclusion and representation. Ensuring all citizens, particularly marginalized groups, have a voice in governance is crucial for social justice. It means all the citizens must be participate in the political processes and use their right to vote in a good way to make some important government to move within a society. So your inclusion and representation in a political system is very necessary to facilitate or support a democratic system. Digital citizenship means with the rise of internet, the concept of citizenship now includes digital rights and responsibilities. Digital rights and responsibilities means you can use your right digitally. You can participate in a fair trial. That is your right. And you can paying your taxes online. That is your responsibility. So with the help of technology, with the help of any specific social media platforms, you can participate in the digital citizenship. Online engagement plays a significant role in contemporary activism and information dissemination because online platforms help us to promote social solidarity, to sport with each other, or to perform their rights and duties in a good way. Conclusion. The foundations of modern society are closely tied to the evolution of citizenship, which embodies the rights, responsibilities, and engagement of individuals within their communities. A robust understanding of both is vital for fostering a just and equitable society. This is our today's lecture, in which we have discussed about the civic concepts of civic citizenship and civic engagement and foundations of modern society and citizenship. Next, in the lecture number 3, we will discuss about the citizenship and the types of citizenship in detail. Take care and Allah Hafiz.